Come on, join the crew and take the field during Friday Night Lights. We will learn from experienced guest presenters and mentors that will help you become a better football official, providing the tools to put you in the correct position to make the right call. Raise your officiating knowledge and strive to become the best football official and expert in National Federation High School rules. Learn the art of film breakdown, mechanics, and philosophies. You know, every year we have an entire off-season to get prepared. But in season, you only have one chance to get it right.
Welcome everybody to the 2023 football season. First week of games are this week, so we want to go over a few plays before you get out there on the field, and want to wish everybody good luck and work hard this week. First play we have this week is from a scrimmage from last week. We're going to see we have a couple of things going on here. First, we get a correct call for a hold on the right guard. You're going to see right there, right guard is taking down the defender as they break through the line. Our referee is going to appropriately flag this for offensive holding. Good job there. The next part of this play is a deep pass down the sideline near the end zone pylon corner. Right at this point, we have our officials in a good position. Back judge is looking at the line judge. Line judge is looking at the back judge. Back judge is waiting for the line judge to give him a signal. And then we're going to go in with conflicting signals. Back judge starts to signal touchdown, and the line judge is signaling incomplete, player was out of bounds. So the takeaway on this is mechanically, we just need to be patient as back judges. Wait for that line judge or head linesman to look at you and give you a positive signal that they have a catch, or wait for them to signal incomplete. In this case, we just don't wait long enough to get our signal. We signal touchdown, and it's incorrect as we have an incomplete pass. The other part of this play is referees. Your crew does not know you have a flag, so you need to get on your whistle aggressively and quickly and get their attention. Since whether or not we have a touchdown really doesn't matter, we're going to bring this play back. But we do have to be able to communicate that we do have a foul in the offensive backfield and then enforce that foul. Our next play involves a potential offensive pass interference call by our back judge and an incorrect signal for a touchdown on an incomplete pass by our head linesman. You can see they're identified here by the two arrows. They're in good position to start the play. We're going to have a potential offensive pass interference by the inside receiver on this trips formation. You're going to see him come out and potentially make contact there with the defender, and we're going to get a flag down for OPI. At this particular point, we have the head linesman signaling touchdown. The ball clearly has hit the ground. I'll play it back for you one more time. You can watch the receiver and his actions. You can see that this ball clearly bounces off the ground. So we need, first off, to see the results of the play and know that it is a catch before we signal touchdown, and not be in a hurry on this. So the offensive pass interference aspect of this, I like it for offensive pass interference. There's enough contact there that gets the defender off the receiver. So good job looking at our key and focusing on the contact. But we really got to make sure that we see this ball hit the ground. And if we're not sure, do not signal. Our third play this week is going to involve a defensive pass interference in the back corner of the end zone. We're going to be looking at our head line judge down at the bottom, and we're going to be looking at this outside matchup on receivers. And this play is about processing and signaling correctly and making sure that we see the entire play. Plays like this happen very fast, and so we need to make sure that we do process information correctly. Let it play through. You're going to see the pass that goes to the receiver, and our line judge gets to the pylon correctly. We have a bang play with a pass in the air and a flag down, and then a signal for touchdown. So there was some processing issues with this play. We want to make sure first that we know the result of the play. So we have the contact, we have the flag down, and then we have the signal right there. This pass was incomplete. The receiver did not make the catch. So we don't signal touchdown. We just need to signal incomplete pass and then go report our foul. Like I said, sometimes these plays happen really quick. So be patient. One of the things that you can do is, if you're not sure, is kill the clock with your overhead crossing of the arms as you're processing the play, and then make your determination and then go from there. This was a correct call for defensive pass interference. This defender gets into the receiver early, and so we do support this for defensive pass interference. And good call. We just need to make sure mechanically we do it correctly and are not signaling touchdown on incomplete passes. Our fourth play this week involves a double action play. You can see our head linesman is highlighted here to start the play. We're going to have a run that gets near the goal line, and double action is the term used for plays where a runner is down short of an important line, whether it be the line to gain or the goal line, and you have a knee down and the ball close, and so you need to make a determination of when that knee was down and where the placement of the ball was at the time the knee was down, and then spot it appropriately. We do a really good job of getting this correct. You'll see after the snap, head linesman moves to the pylon. The runner is down short of the goal line, and he steps in right there to mark the spot, but we'd like to see him come in with a sense of urgency. He's walking up very casual. Whenever you have close plays like this, we want to close in with a little more urgency and sell the spot. You're going to see on the end zone view how close this was. We're going to be down here at the bottom right of the screen, and you're going to see how close this was to being a scoring play. And so we need to come in with a sense of urgency when we have a very close spot, especially on double action plays like this. You can see the runner is clearly short of the goal line, bounces into the goal line. We need to come in and close down on that spot quickly. Good job getting the correct spot, short of the goal line, about the half-yard line. But let's close in with a little bit more hustle and a little bit more urgency. Our next play this week involves the catch, no catch, and the process of a catch on a long pass down the sideline. First, let's review the elements that need to be in place in order to have a completed catch. The first element is firm control of the ball by the receiver or the defender, either one. Firm control of the ball needs to be in place. Number two, there needs to be a body part down inbounds. That can be a foot, that can be a knee, can be an elbow. There just needs to be a body part inbounds. The third element that needs to be met is either a time element where the receiver has the opportunity to perform a move common to the game, or they need to survive the ground if they're going to the ground, and survive the ground means maintaining control of the ball all the way through the process to complete the catch. So what we're going to see here is we have this highlighted matchup, and you're going to see we have a long pass down the sideline, and it's going to be a tight play up the sideline as to whether or not we have a foot down inbounds, whether that is a catch or is that incomplete. So how do we work this play, right? How do we know whether or not we have a catch? Well, let's just use the name of the sport we're officiating, football. We want to officiate this play from the ground up. We want to make sure that we see a foot down. So when we see that right foot make contact with the ground inbounds, we know we got that element completed. Next, we want to look for possession or firm control of the ball, and in the process of that, maintaining possession through the process of the catch. So on this particular play, our line of scrimmage official really can only focus on whether or not a foot was down inbounds or not inbounds. So if we have a foot down, great. We know we have one piece of the puzzle. The other piece of the puzzle comes from our back judge. Our back judge has a great look to see whether or not the receiver maintained control of the ball all the way through going to the ground. He or she cannot judge whether that foot is inbounds or out of bounds, so we need to have a team approach to this particular play. So if the foot is down inbounds, which it was in this particular case, our line of scrimmage official needs to come up to the spot, while our deep official needs to come with information that we have a catch. So we don't get complete communication. I'm sure something was said across the field, like I have a catch, or it's good, or something like that. But this is really tough play to work. But remember, we want to referee from the ground up. So when we have these types of plays, and it's tight on the sideline or tight on the end line, we want to look at the feet first, and then look to see that they've maintained possession of the ball through the whole process, and then determine whether or not you have a catch. Our last play this week involves a broken down pass play. I have initially our back judge highlighted with their key at the top of the screen. We have a trips formation to the left, or trips to the top of the screen. That's their initial key. But they can get a sneak peek into the backfield since their key is not pressed to read the play. Our line judge at the bottom of the screen is not in the shot, but they as well have this outside receiver. And so this play breaks down from a pass play into a quarterback scramble and run. And we miss a potential blindside block, and we should be able to pick this up. I'm going to let the play through. We're going to see the quarterback drop back. At this point, we can see that our line judge is looking in the backfield when he really should be looking downfield and not necessarily moving at this point, does not need to move, can hold the line and be looking at this potential receiver matchup. Now, once he does read run, he still needs to get back to that matchup because you're going to see right about here, our back judge at this point should have transitioned to this side of the field, and our line of scrimmage official on this side, our line judge, should still be on this potential block right here ahead of the runner. Instead, the line of scrimmage official is watching the ball, and we're going to miss this potential blindside block right there. Our umpire could have had a look at it. We don't expect our umpire to get this block. This block really should be picked up by our back judge and our line judge, but we miss seeing this block occur. So what we want to do is make sure that we're looking at blocks ahead of the runner so we can get this. Now, after this happens, we have a standover taunt, and our umpire does flag the standover taunt correctly, and we're glad he got that. But we really need to have a stronger awareness of exactly where we're looking on the field and what we need to look for when plays break down. This block is the only thing that we need to see on this play at this particular point, and nobody saw it. Good job of getting the taunt, and then we need to continue to officiate up the field as we do in this play. So good job finishing the play, but let's see that block and be able to judge whether or not that is a legal or illegal blindside block. Good luck this week. Have great pre-games, have great games, and we will see you next week.